In the cold and snowy lands of northern Europe, a story begins of brave and adventurous people known as the Vikings. These courageous men and women lived in regions such as Sweden, Norway, Denmark, and Iceland, and with spirits full of adventure and curiosity, they embarked on journeys of discovery and exploration. As time passed, the population of these lands increased, and natural resources became scarcer. Men and women of the Vikings, driven by a desire for adventure and exploration, decided to travel to other lands in search of new resources. One of the key factors in the Vikings' success in these adventures was their longships. These ships, with their unique design that included high prows and shallow drafts, allowed the Vikings to easily navigate rivers and seas and quickly attack enemy shores. These ships were symbols of Viking power and dominance over the seas. With the preparation of their ships and farewells to their families, the Vikings embarked on long and risky sea voyages. They moved towards unknown horizons, seeking new lands, wealth, and glory. The Vikings became famous for two main activities: trade and sudden raids. They traveled to distant lands and established trade with local people, exchanging valuable goods such as metals, jewelry, and weapons. But alongside trade, the Vikings were also known for their sudden raids and plundering. They attacked churches, villages, and large cities, seizing treasures. These raids not only brought wealth to the Vikings, but also instilled fear and anxiety in local communities. Over time, local people began to defend themselves and build fortifications and protective walls to counter the Viking attacks. During these sea voyages, the Vikings reached regions such as Britain, France, Russia, and even present-day North America. They established colonies in these areas and transferred their culture and customs to these lands. For example, Norwegian Vikings settled in Iceland and later traveled to Greenland and even North America. In addition to their bravery in war and trade, the Vikings had unique religious beliefs and rituals. They believed in gods such as Odin, Thor, and Freya, and held complex ceremonies to honor them. These beliefs and rituals not only played an important role in their daily lives, but also shaped their culture and identity. The daily life of the Vikings included agriculture, animal husbandry, arts, and crafts. They engaged in the production of tools and everyday items and practiced beautiful arts such as wood and metal carving. Over time, political and economic conditions changed, and the Viking civilization underwent transformations. Christianity gradually spread in these regions, and the way of life of the Vikings also changed. They gradually moved away from sudden raids and plundering and turned to sustainable agriculture and trade. Today, the legacy of the Vikings can still be seen in various cultures and societies. The remaining artifacts in museums, remnants of ships, and Viking towns all reflect a civilization that changed history and left unforgettable stories of adventure and bravery.